guess that racket you hear going on. It's garbage day here in Winnipeg today. And anyway, one of the viewers made a very interesting comment. And that is that you don't have to put these little parts on the inside of this thing. And I was thinking, yeah, it's quite possible we're not going to be able to see those through the, you might call it the grating or whatever. Anyway, I guess I better go get my garbage bins in. No, there is no law here in Winnipeg that says that we have to get our garbage cans in off the street right away. But I like to get mine off the street just in case the wind comes up and blows them around. And actually that's happened. Anyway, being the good neighbor that I am, I got my neighbors as well. And he came and met me as I was coming back with it. And he was asking me how I was doing and so on. And so we had a little chit-chat. And anyway, yeah.
Yeah, my feet are still swollen, but it's thinner here. Yeah? Quite a bit thinner here. But my feet are still badly swollen.
Okay, sorry about that. I got a little bit distracted with the garbage truck going by, but gotta wet my whistle here. Okay, yeah, so what I plan to do here about this is I'm going to try it. My plan had been, because you can sort of see through these things, my plan had been to either leave them the light color that they are and paint this a dark gray like the 77, and then possibly you will be able to see the parts through the little holes there. That would be only if I was to use the airbrush. If I was to try and paint this with a paintbrush, I'd end up plugging up the holes and you wouldn't see nothing through there. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Like this piece would be one shade of gray, and then these would be a lighter shade, or vice versa, so that there's contrast. That's the way I've been doing this. I may not be getting it, correct to what it really was. Anyway, we'll talk about that when we get to it. I haven't even started making the other 5 pieces yet. Now, about 7:40 this morning, Winnipeg time, I was replying in a comment to one of the viewers, and he had been talking about the sunrises that we have, and so on, and how will the time change affect the sunrises and so on. But it was kind of funny at that moment. I commented back and I said, well, this is what it looks like right now, and we're not going to have a sunrise because it's cloudy and rainy. But about 20 minutes later or so, I happened to notice that the sun was shining on my neighbor's house, and I thought, well, how is that possible? So we had a kind of a sunrise, but nothing worth doing a time lapse on or anything like that. But anyway, that's it for the sunrise. Now let's stop looking for stuff to talk about here that is sort of not meaningful, and let's do something here. I'm probably going to have to just go ahead and make these off camera, and then we'll get into what are we going to do about putting these parts on the inside. Are we or aren't we? There I go again, dropping stuff. Been doing that a lot lately. All right. I know that I said that I was going to do this off camera, but this is the very last one. And what I've done here is I've used the Tamiya photo etch plier. And what I would do is, it would have been really nice if I could have used Andy's photo etch bender. But there's just too many bends too close together, as you saw from yesterday's episode. So what I found worked really well is if I was to take, oh, by the way, I think it was the third one, I accidentally bent it all the wrong way, and I had to straighten it out and go the other way. I was wondering why it was I couldn't see the little indentations where you have to make your bend. And anyway, once again, I'm starting to ramble here. Anyway, so what I do is I take the photo etch bender, put it up against the where I'm supposed to do the first break, and just go 45 degrees, and then move it in a bit and bend the next little short section, which is only a millimeter, another 45 degrees, so that your part is now at a 90 degrees. And I just kept moving along like that all the way along until I eventually got it, and it's actually gone fairly quickly. Now, I know you're going to see it's 12:38, and you're going to wonder where the time has gone. I do have a life, and I do other things besides sit here and play with model ship parts. Anyway, yeah, we'll zoom in and we'll look at these parts later. Oh, one of the viewers was mentioning he thought that possibly I had missed one of the short, like the 1 millimeter sections. We'll check that. I don't think I did, but we'll just check and see. Thanks for those comments, by the way, folks. I really do appreciate it. This must look really weird, eh? I should go like that when I'm talking to you. Okay, 45 degrees. That's about right. Now another 45 degrees. Okay, now we've got, it's getting there, and that's the way I've been doing it. Okay. I got them all bent now. And this is the one from yesterday. I don't think I've missed anything. Now, it's pretty clear that some of the bends might be 45 degrees, some of them might be 50, and others 40. I do know that it's not 100% right, but I do think that I've basically got it here. I think we basically got it. Let's see if we can get the little plastic parts to fit in there. What is there? Has to be five pieces have to slip in there, and then you can see where there's a hole on the. Where did I get the? Okay, see the little hole right there? That's where the center one is supposed to have. I guess it'd be a positioning pin sticking out, or it would probably be a pin for the hinge. Anyway, yeah, these things are supposed to swivel up and down, right? All right, now, a number 23 is supposed to go in the middle. Then a number 21 is supposed to go on on each side of it. Then number 22 is supposed to go on the outside. Okay, you can sort of see where there are positioning pins here that have to go through the various holes. So I guess what's going to happen is this one goes on top of here, and it should fit together. Maybe trying to do this on camera is not a good idea. It might be just too, I might be just too shaky for this. Okay, I'm just having trouble doing it on camera. I'm sorry, folks. And then this one here, it would go, I believe, like this on the top. Okay, and then the other side would be done mirror image to this. Okay, I'm going to have to do this off camera. Now this one here then would go I don't think it would matter which way it goes because the hole goes right through. And then this would cap right on the top here. No, naturally it's going to look different than that after we get it all stuck together right. So I'm just going to go ahead and assemble one off camera, and then we'll take a look at it. Okay, now I imagine that because I have pressed record, this is not going to work. I'm going to turn this over. And that is how it's supposed to go. Nope, that's not right. I do try to explain this later, but I don't do a very good job at it. But here you can see the bottom two should be swung around end to end 180 degrees. They all kind of lock together. The pins fit in. And yeah, anyway, until I made a mess of it, you could see how it's supposed to go there. Alright, don't know what kind of glue I'm going to use. It probably the extra thin. I was wondering if possibly we could stick all the parts in not glued together, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think we better glue them together. Okay, here's what we've got. And it is possible to put these together wrong. In other words, you could have, say, the two center pieces rotated 180 degrees the wrong way. You notice there is the strapping that's banding our bamboo rafts together. Well, it's possible to put it together so that well, I think you understand what I'm trying to say, but I'm pretty sure I got it right. And I'm just going to reposition here, and then we'll put some extra thin on there. I'm going to try not to put on too much because I don't want to be gluing the part to the tweezers. All right. Now we don't need a whole lot here. Okay, I'm pretty sure that will have wicked its way in. And it's not going to fall apart unless I, pry it apart. Okay, let's let that cure and or evaporate rather. And in the meantime, I'll put together the other pieces. Well, quite a bit of time has passed here since we glued this up with our extra thin. I'm sure that it is well evaporated by now. Anyway, I've had visitors here this afternoon. As you can see, the time is fleeting by. Good thing I don't have to post this video until 8 o'clock tonight, right? Anyway, up here on the wall, you'll see two little cards. Yeah, it's from my grandkids. And this is a pumpkin loaf, or pumpkin bread, or pumpkin cake. It's pumpkin something anyway for Thanksgiving. I'm going to really enjoy that. You know what's going to be really hard about this? Not eating a whole lot of it all at once. I'm going to have to cut it up and freeze it and sort of meter it out. Or maybe I should say miter it out. Yeah, make it last. I know the last time my daughter-in-law made one like that, I think it was banana bread, and I cut it up and I made it last quite a long time. But the one I got about a year ago, seems to me I scarfed it down all in one sitting. Well, maybe two. But that was before the diet. Now I'm serious about not doing that sort of thing. Anyway, let's recompose here and have a look-see and see if we can get this little piece to fit inside of one of those little boxes. Okay. I don't think this thing has misformed on us. I think it looks alright. Let's see if we can get it in this box right here. Box number 1. Now, probably going to be getting my fingers in your way. This is the first time I'm trying this, so now we're going to obviously have to open it up just a little bit and then close it up later. Now, let's see. Maybe the thing to do is open it up first. Okay, very, very carefully here now, Ron. Very carefully. Just doesn't have to be open a whole lot. We want to get it so that there, you can see it starting to come through. Okay, now is it coming through on the other side? No, it's not. How do I get that to... It almost is though, isn't it? You know, I might have to hold this up to my face so I can see what's going on here. Or I shove this in like this. There we go. There, we got it. Now, is it on the other side as well? Yes, it is. Okay, so that is how it is supposed to go. Then, this is supposed to go up like this. Now, you know, the ideal would be if we could solder the thing together. But, obviously, because there's plastic in it, we can't. Now, I'm not going to glue it shut right now either, because we're going to want to paint these things. Well, no, wait a minute. If we paint it now, you know, about the only reason I can see that, you know, we need these little axles, you might call them, so that they fit in the side of, where are those other parts? Okay, you can see we need it so that this little axle will, I'm calling it an axle, it would be a type of a shaft, and it will fit in that little tiny hole that you can see there just above the where the tweezer's holding on, and then there's a hole in the part on the other side. I don't need to explain something that simple, but so why do I do it right? Anyway, you know what? I know you can't see the clock right now, but it's 5:37 in the afternoon. I'm starting to get a little bit tired and shaky, so I'm going to call this episode quits. Thanks for watching, everybody. Oh, there was a blue jay today. I'm going to try and get that out of the surveillance system and show you tomorrow. And once again, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.